Good afternoon, everybody. It's Anthony with Jhuly's Aquatics and Gardening, and welcome back to another video. The garden right now is, I believe, at its peak, and things are just absolutely beautiful right now. So I thought on this Sunday afternoon we would just take a quick stroll through the yard, the front yard, and the west side particularly, so that I can show you guys how things are coming along, how things are progressing. And I was telling my wife this morning that I think out of all of the years that we've been doing spring garden displays, this year is by far my favorite. And my absolute favorite vignette in the whole yard is this little corner right here. Let me see if I can kind of get in a little closer. I'm trying to be very smooth with my camera work today, guys. So right at the corner here, I was trying to do a triangular grouping of plants, and I think it came out pretty well. I've got a mixture of Chinese cabbages, Chinese purple cabbages, pak choi. I've got some blue creeping Veronica. I've got kales, I've got cabbages, I've got Swiss chard, and I threw in some pansies and violas also. I wanted it to be a real mixture of edibles and ornamentals. And the punctuation of the hyacinths, which the front ones are fading now, but the hyacinths and the tulips together has been absolutely stunning. And what I thought I would do, since I knew that the hyacinths were going to fade, I back planted them with stock. So that way after the hyacinths were finished, the stock could kind of rise up and take its place. I wouldn't be missing that, that long strappy color there. And I think it's turning out absolutely magnificent. So taking you to this edge of the border here, again, there are so many views, there are so many, different spots of interest that I have just taken a strong liking to. You can see that little orange face sticking out there in and amongst the white right there, and I've been trying to eradicate those blooms as they come up. But I like the mixture of the tulips there, that Blue Moon mix blend. It has some variegated tulips that have a blue and white. There's one with kind of pointy tips, and I love it. I've got larkspur that's getting ready to bloom here in the next few weeks. I just stuck that tree rose. I'll do a whole planting video on that. That's a David Austin rose. Those tulips right here, the white tulips, sorry about the plane overhead, guys. The white tulips there, that's right in the center of the frame, they literally have been blooming for 2 weeks, and they close up at night and they open up during the day. And I think that the fact that our spring has been particularly cool this year, they have been blooming extensively, and that their bloom time has been extended quite a bit, and I am not complaining. And I love the fact that right in the middle of that white blend of tulips, I've got a purple one in there. So again, I just think the views are absolutely stunning. Now, I think the Ophelia's mix of tulips that I bought had orange ones in there, snuck in. And again, I didn't plan it that way, and I would have preferred not to have those oranges, but I don't mind it that much. I think it's nice. I ordered some white, I think they were Woodstock tulips that I ordered from Holland Bulb Farm, and I didn't know that they were going to come up pink, but they did. And I kind of like these. These were just haphazard planters that I did. There was no real thought behind them. I wasn't going for a specific, look. I didn't want it to look, too totally decked out and decored. And I just wanted it to be simple, organic, and I loved the way it came out. My peonies are coming up. And I'm getting ready to break this down. I went over the plants in a recent video, so I'm not going to be spending too much time on them today. But I'm getting ready to break it down and plant these flowers in the ground, and then I'll be moving the plant stand elsewhere because I want light to get back to that border there where the peonies are, so that way they can, reach their mature size and bloom. Still got a couple of plants there that need to be potted up. But this whole back border is coming along really, really nicely. I need to get in here and mulch. So that will be happening soon. Now, another little interesting thing this year. These tulips that are back here, you can kind of see them there with the orange fringing. These tulips I planted 2 years ago. They bloomed the first year. They did not bloom last year. But now all of a sudden this year, they decided to bloom. So, that's nature. I recently planted this planter with succulents. Oops. Sorry, I'm traversing some rough terrain here. I don't know if you've already seen that video already. I don't know which video is coming out first, this one or that one, but it still needs top dressing. So, if you already saw the video and you saw it completed, then I'll link it up above. But at this point in time when I'm filming this video, that is not finished yet. This is another little vignette that I love back there. Underneath the maple, I've got a lot of hellebores. I've got some lungwort. I've got a variegated Japanese forest grass. I've got peonies popping up. I've got columbine, muscari. I've got a barberry, and I need a silver texture back in there. That heuchera there in the middle of the frame, right by the light, it does turn a silvery color in the summertime, but I want something that's more permanently silver and has that really bold texture back in there. So I'm thinking that I'm going to keep my eyes out for some Brunnera so that I can pop back in that spot. But again, I'll be mulching. Sorry, again, tripping over my hose. I'll be mulching, I'll be removing pots, I'll be staging this area much more appropriately. You can see that I moved those concrete urns with the boxwood topiaries to this end of the garden. This is not where they're going to be staying, but I had to get my lawn cut, and they were in the way, so I moved them down there. This is another... Maybe I should have cleaned up a little bit before filming this video. But, I like to show you guys things, how they actually are. This little area, again, is coming along nicely underneath the pine trees. I love the texture here. I love the layering. I love the... I was about to call them Hakana Cloa. The coral bells, the heucheras that are there. Thank you. One of my neighbors passing and complimenting the garden. I've been getting a lot of compliments on the garden this year. But I love that red of the heuchera. And then I've got the tulips behind it. And there are hostas back in here. There are a lot of perennials that come up back in this area, and I've got a couple more to add, but I'm waiting for things to really, kind of come into their own before I start putting other things in the ground. Now, I did order bulk mulch, and it was supposed to be a natural brown, and they loaded it into the truck, and when I got it home, it looked brown in the truck, and when I got it home, it was actually black, and I hate black mulch. So I am not happy with the way the black mulch is contrasting with the plants. I normally use a natural brown, but you win some, you lose some. Showing you some of the uglies here. The oak leaf hydrangea is starting to come out. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure that you are, because I do weekly garden tours on Instagram, or weekly garden updates as I like to call them. And I did mention in the last update that all of the tulips that I planted right here in this spot didn't come up. Not one of them. And I planted a good amount. The ones over here came up, but I planted some in here and none of them came up. So you win some, you lose some. It's a bummer though, because you spend your money to buy these things and then they don't come up. Now this is another bummer. I went to my garden center and I purchased orange tulips. They were all supposed to be, sorry again for the camera work, guys. They were all supposed to be that color. But they're yellow. So again, like I said, you win some, you lose some. The Korean spice viburnum is blooming. This is its first year on the ground, but those blooms are fragrant. I love the smells. This year, I've definitely been pushing to plant more fragrant plants, so that way I can enjoy not only good blooms, but also good smells. I am so sorry for my camera work, guys. I'm tripping over my hose. I'm running into my tripod. I'm trying to make sure I'm getting good shots while giving you good explanation all at the same time. So it's not easy. It's not easy. I've got a lot of pots of things to be potted up. I've got some lavender. I've got some geraniums. I've got a lot to do. But stick with me, guys, and we'll get it all done. This back flower bed, normally by this time of the year, it's much more lush, much more full, and it's just taking its sweet time to come into its own this year. And you know, you just got to work with the garden. You have to work with nature, and you know, when it happens, it happens. Now, I'm not going to go too far over into that area. I've got a lot of plants over there that need to get in the ground. But it's looking pretty nice, and hopefully I'll be able to get some nice images to share with you guys in the next coming weeks. My kids did a wonderful job coloring the sidewalk. I'm trying to walk backwards here, give you guys a good shot of the landscape. So again, I am really happy with the way things turned out. And I just wanted to give you guys a quick tour to let you guys see how things are progressing, and to let you guys know that I am working hard to get my garden up to date and looking nice. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Thanks for suffering through some pretty shoddy camera work there. But I really hope that you guys are enjoying the content that I'm putting out. And I hope it's motivating you and inspiring you to get out into your own gardens and do some work to beautify your landscape. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and take a couple seconds and hit that subscription button. Turn on your post notifications and join the family. And to all the recent subscribers, thanks for joining, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. And I hope not to disappoint. If you have any comments, questions, project ideas, tips, tricks, leave them in the comment section, and I will do my best. I try to give every comment a heart, and I try to respond to every comment because I like interacting with you guys. So go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know how your day's going. Let me know what you think of my garden space. And I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Take care. And remember, in all things, give thanks.